Nearly a third of people here in Georgia are diabetic or pre-diabetic. Now, one lawmaker wants to create a safety net for patients who can't afford those high insulin prices.
Atlanta News First reporter Abby Casoris joins us at a pharmacy off of Cobb Parkway in Smyrna. Abby, some of these prices, people have told you they are out of control.
The prices are inconsistent and at times unaffordable. This is what a patient paid in November, and this is what they paid just this month, from $10 to over $100. The pharmacist here says it could lead to insulin rationing, which could be deadly.
These are the actual prices of Humulin insulin.
Pharmacist Kavan Pierre at 5RX Pharmacy in Smyrna says with insurance and federal legislation, he loses $300 on one box of insulin.
Insulin for most diabetics is a lifesaver. There's no other way around it.
Insulin is an essential hormone which turns your food into energy and manages your blood sugar levels. If you have diabetes, your body can't make enough insulin. Your doctor might prescribe you an insulin pump, injection, or inhaler. According to the American Diabetes Association, more than 1 million Georgians have diabetes, and nearly 250,000 more have it and don't know it. People with diabetes have a higher medical expense, spending $11 billion each year.
You can actually die. There's nothing else like insulin.
Under the Gold Dome, state lawmakers are looking at ways to create a safety net, a new program providing a 90-day supply to low-income patients for less than $75. Representative Michelle Au says someone could apply for a year.
That this is a small way to address what is a larger problem in the state.
The legislation is modeled after the Alex Smith bill passed in Minnesota, named after a 26-year-old who lost coverage under his parents' insurance. He began rationing his insulin and died a month later.
Because anyone can imagine that could be their adult son.
Activist group The Right Care Alliance says Smith was one of 4 people that died in 2017 because of diabetic ketoacidosis, a disease that is preventable if diabetes is treated properly.
Even the type of insulin they want to give the patient or the type of insulin the patient's going to have access to, that could be a really, really good thing.
Now, this bill would create this program under the Department of Community Health. Healthcare providers and pharmacists could be reimbursed through the program, and manufacturers who didn't comply, well, they could be fined. We'll be tracking this bill as it moves through the state legislature. Live tonight in Smyrna, Abby Casoris, Atlanta News First.